Velveeta Vladimir rolled out the literal red carpet for his puppet master, real Vladimir, on American soil in one of the most disappointing and embarrassing examples of diplomacy that we've had, which is a low fucking bar. High bar, it's an impressive bar, high or low, in the worst possible fucking way. Seems that the guy who put his face and name on the cover of a book somebody else wrote for him called Art of the Deal apparently sucks at making deals. Because the whole point of inviting an international war criminal onto American soil was to make a deal for a ceasefire in Ukraine. And not only did that not happen, all the threats that Captain Kankles made as severe consequences if Putin didn't agree to a ceasefire were relinquished. The chicken taco didn't even ask for some of these softball concessions from Putin that would have given some merit to this US-sponsored Russian propaganda spectacle, like the release of some political prisoners Putin has arrested for opposing the war, or the return of Ukrainian children that Russian soldiers have been abducting. Like, you think it should have been pretty fucking easy for Donnie the deal maker extraordinaire to at least squeeze one or two of those out. Who knows, maybe they're keeping all of them kids to set up Epstein Island 2.0 in Russia, and Donnie didn't really want them released because, you know, he's a pedophile. See, the mango molester really needs to call Putin's bluff here, because, like, let him release the tapes. Does he really think we give a shit about the pee-pee tapes anymore? Bro, you helped run an international child sex trafficking ring where you molested countless children. Getting consensually peed on by sex workers sounds downright wholesome coming from you at this point. Unless they were also children. God damn it, they were children too, weren't they? Look, if it means Putin stops being our president, I'm happy to look past some pee-pee tapes, okay? Not that the dementia dipshit regime would be much better without Putin pulling his puppet strings, but it would be better. At least then we wouldn't have that particular international war criminal flying to American soil for red carpet welcomes where he gets absolutely everything he wants at the detriment of our international interests, our allies, and our own people. Because after this meeting, he came out and told Ukraine that they're not getting their land back, that they won't be allowed to join NATO, and now that a ceasefire is off the table for 2 to 3 more weeks, which is time that Ukraine might not have. This gives Putin at least a few more weeks to grind down Ukrainian forces, seize more of their territory, and gain more leverage in any future negotiations, which is exactly what he wanted, because a ceasefire right now would give Ukraine a little bit of time to regroup. Putin is so confident and so emboldened by this that he had the audacity to say in English, in public, on a stage next to the president of the United States, that maybe their next meeting should be in Moscow. That was a fucking power move on little Donnie. It just makes me think back to, you know, before 2016 when Trumpers had the audacity to say that Obama was weak on Russia. Where's that energy now, cupcakes? For all of us who are not in a weird fucking cult, Ukraine, we are sorry. Y'all have been doing an incredible job despite the fact that Putin has our president in his pocket, and know that the majority of our country, as well as the international community, is still behind you guys and supports you, and we are very sorry that we let a barely sentient circus peanut into the Oval Office. Again, that was our bad. We are trying to clean up our mess, we swear. Just these Trump tax tariffs have hit us pretty hard, and we're having trouble getting enough brawny in here to really get the quicker picker-upper action we need to get this shit staying off the carpet. And we are very, very sorry that you have to suffer the consequences of the cantankerous cankles in the meantime. Slava Ukraini, guys. Keep up the good fight.